Greetings, everyone. I think 2019 is going to be a year that is going to force me to be humble because I'm having some very humbling experience. There's something in my mind that told me on the first day of January that, I had to find peace. I shared the poem with you, regarding, let me see if I can find that. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible without surrender. Be on good terms with all people. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to all, even to the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. And I have a tendency to yell. See, I told you guys the other day, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to be peaceful. And by the next day, I was raging like a bull. It's in my nature, to be this person. And so it will take a time, it will take a while of being humble to get to the point where I can speak without yelling. Bear with me. Maybe one day I'll say something, because sometimes you want to do good, but evil presents itself. And because we are human beings and because we're frail, we'll do and say things that is not always pleasing. And we don't always get to keep our promises, because the moment you start saying, I'm not going to do this, I guarantee you you're going to do it, or at least you're going to be tempted. And you're going to have to prove yourself. You're going to have to be very strong not to succumb to the thing that you pledge that you would never do. So it's not even good to take pledges, but I'm trying. You saw the video today, and I want to make it clear here that I asked permission to tape it, because I know it's illegal to tape somebody without their permission. I asked, and then I turned on my camera. I should have asked again when I turned on the camera, but at the end, you hear me telling him thanks for allowing me to tape it, because the stuff that I was hearing, I wasn't sure I was hearing right, and I just wanted a witness. See, my understanding is that this breadfruit that is sold at this market, even if it was made, it's not harmful to your health. It's not seen as something that one ought to be concerned about. It's not going to kill you. Therefore, it's not something that is considered serious. Excuse me, people. I keep picking my lip. You all do that in the winter time. Picking it, and then you can't stop bleeding. So I always sometimes get angry with Black people and say, you're weak. And it's an insult. It really is an insult, because there's so much more going on behind the scenes that would appear as if we're weak, but sometimes you don't have the resources. Sometimes you don't have the strength. Sometimes you don't have the will to even stand up and fight anymore. You just say enough. Because it's easier to just go through your daily life and mind your own business. So even when you're seeing things that you don't like, people see crime committed in their communities and their neighborhood that they don't like, but they know that if they stand up against it, what's going to happen? You and your family is going to be in danger. So it just seems like it's just easier just to just mind your own business. So there are things that are in place that say, come to us, we'll take care of it. We'll help you handle this. But by the time you go to the different channels, it's easier just to say, forget it. I did my part. I tried. I think it's not good to just talk. I think it is important to, act. I tried to protect my community, because it's our people that predominantly shops at this place. And I didn't want to go out and tell people, you know, not to eat there unless I was sure, or not to buy there, because I'm not prejudiced in that way. I would never say don't shop with this or that one because of their skin color. That's not who I am. But if I see violations from individuals towards our community, towards us as an individual, then at some point you want to say, okay, enough already. But it isn't that we're weak. It's that we don't have strong ties in our community to be able to tackle these things together. Who do you go to? You heard, right? Please speak to me. You heard what the gentleman said, that even if it's flour, it's not going to kill anybody. It's not much of a concern. Would you feel that way if it was your community? If your child was going to eat some manufactured food, would you feel comfortable with that? Maybe not. I'm humbled. I feel a little scared too. I feel very unsafe, really. Because then when you see these things and you try to address it and you try to do what a good citizen should do, you end up feeling afraid because nothing is being done about it, and it leaves you wondering, so now that I've made this complaint, am I safe? I don't regret it. I don't regret it. But it's causing me to say to myself, okay, you're just not that important. See, people try to make money, have that godlike status. I still won't do that. I'm still not going to say that having money is going to solve all our problems. Not necessarily. Otherwise, all these rich black people wouldn't find themselves on the slippery slope to hell at some point, especially when, you know, they get the carrots getting dangled in front of them and they bite the bait, and at the end of the day they realize that the things that you have or you possess, they don't really add value to you in the eyes of many people. That's why I always say the things that are important to me, they're free. Nature, it's free. Even if I don't own the property with those, you know, beautiful rolling hills behind it, at least I can look at it. No one can stop me from looking at the mountain. And even if you have 5,000 acres and it's all surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, it's not my property that it's on, but you can't stop me from looking at it and enjoying it. And the stars that are in the heavens might be easier to see from your place, but I can see it too. These are the things that are valuable. There's no point in living your life in such a way where you're always crying about the things that are happening from day one and will never change. You just have to find a way how to live in that or coexist with individuals, even when you know they're doing things that are inhumane. You know, you can still live or be in a crowd and still be separate from it. I hope I'm not rambling. I feel sad for other reasons. Just wanted to come on here and say hello to you and just to tell you thank you for watching as usual, and just to let you know that I really wanted you to hear that, and I asked permission and I'm glad he said yes. More and more humbling experiences for me. But I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I give thanks for all the blessings in my life. I give thanks for all the things in my life, good and bad, and, you know, everything in between. Stay blessed, everyone.